Hey friends, it's me. My hair is very interesting right now. I've had a really long day. It's been in my home and I've been up since 6, but I had a full night's sleep. Oh God, it felt so good to sleep last night from like 8 to 6. And then I had a full day here. I hosted a meeting for a newcomers support group that we're forming for living here because so many Americans come in and they can't all find their way as easily as others. I personally would have benefited from having a group of support, but that's neither here nor there. The group is coming into being, and I hosted the meeting for today. It came out of the ladies that we did the meeting for the group for decorating from last before the holidays, you guys might remember. But I had that meeting today. It was very good, but I had a little sugar episode. I've had a lot of sugar episodes lately. I need to talk about that too. But when I say sugar episodes, I mean reactive hypoglycemic episodes. And they can say they're non-life threatening as much as they want. That doesn't make them any less scary or any less uncomfortable. It is late stage dumping. And for those who have not had gastric bypass, you might not know what that really means. But it's more than when your heart flutters from eating too much sugar or too much fat and sugar or drinking while eating or whatever it is that makes your body flick off. Late stage dumping today did not happen. Well, it was today. I didn't have enough protein. I had to sit for hours and hours and hours, and I needed some protein. And I kind of started to get the sweats, and I popped a glucose tablet, and I really need a video on this altogether. But what I wanted to talk about right now is I have some people coming for dinner. This is a last-minute decision. I'm really glad they're coming. It's sort of like when you're on a roll and you've done one meeting and then you had another friend come over for coffee and then you talk to them some more. Well, and then I said, you know what the heck? I'm cooking a chicken. This friend of mine, this English friend of mine, Yvonne, and her husband, he's off this week. And I said, why not call Yvonne and say, come on over for dinner? So I'm actually having my first British friends for dinner. But I'm sad because I'm not making really American food, which was what my hope was to make for them, to share part of our heritage and our culture with them. But, hey babe, I'm making a video. Do you want to say hello? No. Okay. Anyway, it's a roast chicken. Roast, I'll tell you it's Swede, but really to us it would be a rutabaga. A roasted rutabaga, some carrots, and then I've thrown some potatoes underneath a chicken to roast. And I wanted to make some cornbread, but honestly, I gotta look for recipes, so I gotta hurry this up. Okay, because I have some cornmeal and some self-rising flour and eggs and the usual, but I don't have like a mix that I'm used to using, a Jiffy Mix. Okay, here's the scoop. I had this friend visit. This woman has lived all over the world. She came from across the street. I'm really glad she made time for me today. You know, it's not been perfect here. I mean, I love my rambling. I love my home. I love England. But for me to find that people really get me or want me in their little circle is very hard. It's like rejection central. And knowing that you guys care enough to come by. I mean, that even 50 people might watch this video and 10 people might comment or 5 people may comment. It doesn't matter about I appreciate the comments, I do. I get, because then I know who's talked to me. But the point is, y'all make me feel like I'm someone who has a voice worth listening to, and worth befriending. And not just for weight loss surgery, but for life. And for things that you think about. And to know that here there are many people around me, but unless they stop long enough to really see me, or maybe I'm not putting my best self out to them, maybe that's why they don't include me. Anyway, one of these people came over today who was, I think, was working full-time and stopped working full-time, and basically has had time to look up and look around and see that there are people that are not connected. And I'm quasi-connected, but I'm not exactly turning down invitations for fun events to go follow along and do. And I get angry when I think about women going off here and there and seeing parts of England that if they just told me, if I knew to do them myself, but why doesn't anybody include me in? Am I that much of a downer? Am I that much of a person that people don't want to be with? I don't quite get it. So, I don't know. But this person came today and visited, and she helped me tremendously. She helped me in that she showed me the pathway for me where I get stuck on traveling and doing things that cost, extensive amounts of, well, not some money, and trying to organize trips abroad. That whole trips abroad thing, trips to Spain, trips to France, trips to Santorini in Greece. I mean, things that I have fantasized about my whole life. Not that I want to live the high life, but I want to see those places. And it's not that I want to spend a boatload of money, but I want to experience. For me, it's experiential, those places. You want to soak up the local color, soak up the culture, and just go. I don't want to sightsee. I want to feel like I live there. I want to be one with the elements. And she was very helpful today. She said this to me, and that was just like, ding, 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 one more golden nugget. And I told her so. I said, you don't know, the things you've said to me since you sat down, it made me think about YouTube and Facebook and the friends that you make here and the golden nuggets that they share of wisdom and in personal revelation that ignite you to living bigger life, bigger life. And I told her so, and she says, oh, you're very encouraging. And I thought, wow, I feel like I'm hearing what I hear from you guys. So I wanted to share what she said to me. I was explaining how that I want to travel, I want to do, I want to see, I want to embrace, but I have issues with control and money. And I want to choose where I want to spend my money and how I want to spend it because it's a resource and it's a means to an end. So if I want to see, say I want to see Santorini or I want to see somewhere in Spain, I have no clue where I'm going, and you get off the plane and you don't know how the hell to get, someone who's not going to take you for a ride, literally, financially, and you're afraid. You're afraid that you can't control every financial choice when you're taking a risk, which is what travel is. Unless it's a package deal, pre-done, prepaid, blah, blah, boring, boring, boring. Okay. And she said to me, maybe, Sally, you need to plan for the surprises. And then they're planned. And what she meant by that was plan to expect not a windfall, but the opposite of a windfall. A plan to expect the surprises. Plan to expect to be taken. Plan to expect to spend more on that taxi than you thought you were going to have to spend because you're so freaking cheap and you think about how far it's going to take you to get from here to there, and that it really was more than you wanted to pay, but no one explained it to you. You see, this is where I go. This is where I go, folks. No joke. This weekend, well, let me just reiterate what she said to me again. Plan for the surprises. And I thought, boing, boing, boing. How often do we need to apply that to life in general? Plan for the surprises. I want y'all to think about that and apply it to your own lives, okay? As Rosemary would say in Coffee Talk, talk amongst yourselves. Think, think, think. Plan for the surprises means in your mind, accept the fact that shit's going to happen, that you're not expecting and you don't want to happen. You don't want that tire to go flat. You don't want the car to break down and have to pay $1,000 to get it fixed. But plan mentally to accept the fact that those things are part of reality. Doesn't mean necessarily even plan for the financial part, but plan to accept it. It's life. It's living. Life is messy. So, anyway, I was going to tell you a little anecdote about this weekend. We went into a little shop in Lechlade, and it was the post office. But in the post office, there was a shop of little chickens and little things for Easter and teapots and oh my gosh, some beautiful yarn. Anyway, it was like a yarn knitting kind of crafty shop along with the post office. And I saw this teapot in the window that I loved. And I went, you know what? That's vintage. That looks retro. I want that teapot. And it said £5 or £5.50. I went, oh, bargain, ching ching. My name is all over that teapot. Went indoors, walked in, saw one on the shelf. Maybe we couldn't see the price on the one in the window. But the one in the building said $5.50. It was the same teapot. Until she got the one out of the window. I said, I want the one in the window. It's got darker red color. I want the one in the window. She got it out. She put it, oh, this is a tiny bit bigger. And I mean a tiny bit bigger. And she never said, this is the price differential. Are you okay with that? Blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, I'll take it because there was no price on it. I just assumed it was $5.50. And I was getting a better bargain because it was a little bit bigger. And then she took it. She rung us up. She came to my husband and said, 10 pounds, please. Well, it's from $5.50 to $9.95, which is what she said. And I bought a little chick with a hat, which you might have seen. Where's my chick? Bring my chick to me. And that was $1.25. And
Where's that?
it's right there in the little cubby. Bring it to me. I want to show my friends my chick. Well, you'll see why I had to buy this chick. It's right there. Anyway, the teapot.
What's it supposed to do?
I'm telling my story. This is my chick with the hat. I mean, I had to have this chicken. So anyway, this is $1.25, no biggie. But I thought about Connie and how she, you can make anything. Anyway, there's this little orb, and there's the chick that they glued on top with the little hat. Oh. Anyway, if I'd stopped to do the math, I would have said, hey, excuse me. I was thinking it would be X, but you're telling me Y. But I didn't. And then I walked out of the store and I went, hey, that teapot was supposed to be $5.50 and no one said anything. So I was sour for like the whole freaking day over the fact that she'd shafted me on 3 pounds, but no one made it very clear to me that it was 3 pounds. So this is my issue, folks. Plan for the surprises. I had to let it go, but it was really hard. And y'all would think I had it all together. I have my shit together when it comes to, I get a little, it's not that I'm not generous for other people, but I'm very careful about what I do and what I think something is worth to me. So that's it. Oh my God, it's 12:20. This is the longest video known to man. I'm getting off now. I'll see you guys. Got to get ready for dinner. Got to look for a recipe for cornbread. Bye.